Here go what's difficult for a lot of young kids because, it's often tough to be yourself
Yeah.
because you get criticized. And here go the dilemma I constantly notice. If you sound like everybody else, you sound like everybody else.
Right.
If you different, we don't like you. Like you have I see everybody,
Yeah.
I seen a lot of people dissing the guy Blueface.
Okay.
You heard of him?
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
raps off beat and whatnot.
Right.
But I was like, stylistically, that's who he is. So why are you mad at him for not being on beat? And then he sounds like someone else. So when I rapped a little bit off beat and whatnot. And I remember someone saying, well, you need to switch it up or whatnot. I'm like, listen, I grew up listening to Jay-Z, Nas. I know how to sound like these guys.
Right.
But, going back to it, the importance of being yourself within the craft. But I definitely want you to speak on it more about the influence of a machine to the craft, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Like you think about like labels, right? The artists that are getting signed are the artists that you would say have a big record, right? And then you're able to get a push by a label because of you having that record. Let's think of a Cardi B. Let's think of a LMA. Now, Cardi B been had Bodak Yellow. Bodak Yellow, was rocking the same thing with LMA's Boot Up. I heard LMA Boot Up was out for a year. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about the vibe and the sound, it doesn't really sound like, it's all influence. Music is all influence. So we're all, to me, I feel like nothing's new. We're all borrowing some way, some fashion form or another. But it has its own vibe, and it took a year to take off. And, obviously she's independent. Now let's think about a Cardi B. Now, would it have the same amount of success if she didn't do the Love and Hip Hop thing and people were able to see her personality and fall in love with her as an individual that's truly herself? She's like, you either hate it or love it.
She's herself.
And she's an example of, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna do me. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. So that's one of the artists that I really love and respect and appreciate it. I don't listen to everything. I'm not a fan of everything. But she knows how to create a record. She knows how to create a smash. And when you're able to do that, you can get a machine behind you. You can get the cosign. But it's still hard. It's still hard because, like I said, it's so oversaturated. How do you stick out? And that's why I feel like kids today are pressured not to be themselves because they want to not look like you. They want to not look like me. So I'm gonna go, dye my hair blue. I'm gonna go get dreads. I'm gonna go put tattoos right here. I'm gonna figure out something new to do that's probably really not me, but I'm gonna find something new to do. I'm gonna get a piercing right here, so that I can say that this is my niche and this is how I stand out in my artistry. And then that person might get a deal because they might make a song about I got an earring right here, and it's something that we've never seen and is unheard of, and now that person pops. Versus it being like, are they truly gifted? Are they truly talented? Not to take anything away from anybody that's out right now that's successful. Listen, if you're winning, you're working, God bless. You know what I'm saying? But it's like there's some writers that's out here, like yourself. There's people out here that really have a story to tell, that really have something to say and want to use the platform to say it that are unable to because we gotta talk about tattoos. We gotta talk about popping bottles. We gotta throw, money in the club. When you scroll on Instagram, which we didn't have coming up, like, what do you really see? It's like, if I go to my Explore page, right, 9 times out of 10, I'm just gonna see a ton of jewelry, a ton of cars, Instagram models, posing nude, posing halfway naked, and I'm like, is this what,
Vanity.
like, is this what it comes to? Like, where's the substance? Where's the respect for oneself? Like, if you didn't have this platform, would you do that? You know what I mean? So it's like, I always wonder, man, if it's social media, it's a gift and a curse. I love it because we can use it, in a positive way to benefit ourselves and our brands and our companies and to help others, you know what I'm saying? But you have people on the other end that use it just to be seen, just to get you to look and scroll and like, but at the end of the day, miserable inside.
Exactly. It's just like, I think it's just like any tool. Yeah. You can use something to hunt or you can use it to kill people. You can use something to do this or use it for this.
Right.
So I think it's just like any other tool, but I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Going back to this, going through everything, what do you think was the toughest thing you encountered being a producer, and how did you overcome it?
I can give you a few things. Probably sustaining from a, what's the word I'm looking for? From a financials point, and also kind of being in demand, if that makes sense. You know, you want to stay on top of your game, you want to stay relevant, you want to have a sound that people gravitate towards and people want to create records on and people want to release to the world. And then there's the other side of staying consistent enough to be able to eat. You know what I mean? Because like you asked earlier, which I felt was a great question. You know, when I first got into it, it was different to, you know, where I'm at now as a grown man with a family. And it's like, it's a business now. Before it was like, okay, I like this is cool. But now it's like, no, this is how I eat. This is how I provide. This is how, you know, my son eats, my daughter eats, and vice versa if you do it right. Publishing, royalties, you can eat for years to come. So that's pretty much, you know, two of the, you know, some of the challenges that you face as a producer, and then also dealing with, you know, the competition. And I was one to never really focus on competition, but now that it's so oversaturated, you kind of got to keep an ear out to what your competition is, and it kind of forces you to not totally, and I'm being as transparent as you can be, just like totally create from heart and really do you, because you can create that and it'll sit in the computer. So you kind of find the balance of you as a creator and what's happening in the music today. Because now I can sample and I can do all of these crazy dope drum loops and everything, and that'll sit in my computer. But at the moment, you know, I'll go grab an 808 and speed my hi-hats up and add a clap. Everybody's looking, everybody's paying attention and avoiding, you know, over here, which I feel is the substance in who I truly am as a record producer and as a musician.
It's amazing that you just said that, because you almost just broke down in another way how important it is to develop an artist. Yeah. Because it's almost like, I can sell y'all this. The true sound I'm gonna develop within this.
That's why you gotta respect like a Timbaland, and you know, think about Tim, man, like who brought us Aaliyah, rest in peace, like Genuine and Missy. And I just thought about it because as a drummer, you know, my style coming up was very similar to Tim's. Very busy, patterns, rolls, and then people was looking at me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that was me trying to sell it to them. So when Tim said, nah, I'm not gonna sell this to you, I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what my artists are, Missy and Timbaland and Genuine. It's like, now the world is receptive to it, because it's not like I'm selling this to you in regards to the labels and the business. You know, it's like, this is what I created, this is who we are, either love it or not. And, you know, we loved it. It was something new, it was something unique and something different.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.